Hello, Lucy here for the Scrapbook Cottage in Winnipeg, and I am here to make a mini rectangle album in a box. That's this little guy here. It's a rectangular box and holds quite a few pictures actually. So we're going to go through it first so you can see how I've decorated it and how it kind of goes together, and then we'll be making it. So I have decorated it with Disney paper, and the great thing about this kit is that you get a full page or a full package, sorry, of Disney paper. So there's a lot that you can do to decorate this little guy. So when we open it up, this is the top part. I've decorated up. You can put a 4x6 picture here quite easily. These guys are put together or held together closed with ribbon and a bow. When it opens up, you get an accordion type where you can put lots of pictures. Both of them do that. Open up like an accordion. And in the middle here, I've just put extra papers that I had. You can easily put a 4x6. Excuse me. Next, going down, we have here a waterfall. So there's ribbons here. Opens up like this, and there's lots of room to put lots of pictures. Okay, closes up, and there's a magnet in here to keep it closed. On the two sides, you see two pockets, one on each side, with lots of room for memorabilia, little notes that you took while you were there perhaps. Same on the other side. And lastly, we have another accordion part. Okay, opens up like this, closes nicely with your ribbon. Okay, and it's all held closed by 3 magnets. One, come on back here. One on the side, another one on this side to hold this side closed, and one in front. And so it stays nice and tidy and closed up that way. Okay, let's get creating. We're going to start with what I call the lid, and we're going to be scoring. Okay, this piece is 11 by 11 and a half. So we're on the 11 side right now. On the 11, we're going to score at 2 and 9. So when I say in my instructions on 11, that means with 11 on the top. Okay, so when I say score on 11 and a half, that means 11 and a half is on the top. So at 11 and a half, we're going to score at a half, 4 and a half, and 9 and a half. Okay. We're going to take a look at this. Now I've got 2 squares on top here, and I have the half-inch score at the bottom, right? So what I'm going to do is we are going to take these ones off. These 2 squares come off, and so do these 2 rectangles. Okay, the whole rectangle comes off. So that's the 1/2 inch and the rest of the rectangle. So I'm just going to cut these off. We don't need these. And these 2 little guys, I'm going to cut them off too. Let's just do a little better job here. A square on the other side. And this rectangle. Okay, so we're going to fold these, and whenever we fold, I like to fold towards the mountain, okay? There's a ridge on this side. On the other side, there's what I call an indent. Okay, we're not going to score towards the indent. We're going to score towards the mountain, or burnish towards the mountain, and fold towards the mountain. Okay, like that. Why, you say? Well, it just finishes way better. There's something about it. I'm not positive exactly what it is, but it does work. Okay, so we're going to just miter these corners. Mitering simply means we're going to take off a little corner, and we're going to tape that in the middle. So we're going to tape in here. We usually tape on the indent. Unless it says otherwise, tape on the indent. Okay, that's that piece. Next piece that we need is our bottom. And on the 9-inch, we're going to score at 4. On the 11-inch, we're going to score at 4. And with the 9-inch on top, we're going to cut off the 9-inch on top here. We're going to cut off the square. There is only one square on this one once we've done it, and that's this one. Okay, so we're going to cut that square off. Okay, come on, there we go. And that square could go. We're going to fold and burnish. Okay, so what we have now, we have to attach the 5x7 to the 4x7. So if we were to measure this, we would see that this is 7 by 4. This one is by 5. So this is the one, the 5 by 7. We're going to attach to the piece of the lid. So it's going to go like this, okay? And when we close it, it'll close like that, if I can get it, okay? So we know we're in the right spot. So this is going to go down on here. So just to make sure that we have it right, we're going going to I'm just going to go, I think, I'm always confused by this one. I always want to go one way, the other, neither way seems good. Okay, so we're going to take it and we're going to go like that. We're going to make sure that not quite right here. I'm just going to, there. We're going to start where the tape isn't taken off. And we're going to make sure that we're right on. Okay, let's try this one last time. I think I like it here. So now we're going to hold this so that it goes down nicely. And we're going to, okay, so what we have now is almost everything, but you can see that we're missing one flap here, right? So we have another piece that's called side flap, and on the 4 7/8 we are going to score on a half. Sorry, on the 4 1/2. Made my mistake. On the 4 1/2 we're going to, doesn't matter that this has been done, we're going to score at a half, okay? Because now this is going to go here. We're going to tape it. I want to make sure you see that. That score line, if you make a mistake like that, it's no biggie because it gets covered up with pattern paper, right? So we're gonna just cut that corner and cut this corner a little bit. And we're gonna tape it to the rest of our box. And then our box is done. I'm just gonna turn it this way. I find it easier. Okay, so I'm going to start at this end because that's the end that we haven't taken the back off the tape. And we're going to go like this, hold it, and pull it off. So now we have our full box done. Okay, we have our 2 flaps, our lid. So we're going to set it aside for now. We're going to work on our side pockets, and these side pockets are tiny, guys. I think I forgot to cut them. Did I? Let's see. Yeah, I think I forgot to cut them. For sure, for sure. Let me just grab some paper here. Something. There we go. I think this will be good enough. Okay, 2 1/2 by 4 7/8. So 4 7/8. Oh, I'm gonna have to get another one. 2 1/2. See how? I mean, they're tiny, guys. This should do it. 2 1/2. By 4 7/8. Perfect. Okay. We're going to take these guys. They are pockets. So we're going to score on the 4 7/8 at a half. And we're going to flip it so we don't have to do all that math. And we're going to go at a half. A half. We're going to flip it. And another half. We're going to put tape on those halves. dented side. So we're just gonna go like this. And there we go. I'm going to just snip off those. I'm going to miter these corners. All 4 corners. You might find it easier to do it on the side that doesn't have tape, because then you can see where the score line is, because you don't want to go over that score line. Okay, you're going to say, well, those aren't much for pockets because it'll go right through. On the opposite side of where you put the tape on those sides, we are going to put a very thin tape. I think this is 3 or 5 millimeter. That's all we need. And we're just going to put it along the bottom. Okay, and that's going to close up our pocket without taking, you know, without adding a lot of extra paper there. They're so tiny that we don't need all that extra paper. So we're going to burnish this on both sides. And I think maybe I burnished this one already. Okay, we're going to take our, and this here is where our pockets are going to go. On here and on this one. Okay, so we're going to start by taking off at the bottom. And the sides might stay closed, depends how much you mitered. Doesn't matter. I think I have, mine are sticking. Okay, we are going to put this right along the bottom and the side. And it's not quite up to the inside, which is fine, because we want to have room for this to go, right? So we're going to take this one, we're going to take the tape off. Okay. And right along the edge and the bottom. Our 2 little pockets. Done. Okay, we are now going to work on our waterfall. So, on the 5.5, we are going to score at a half. So every one of these pieces are going to get scored at a half on 5.5. There's 5 of them, right? And then you have one that's the flap that holds it all closed. That's 3.5 by 5.5. You're gonna score that at a half as well. And we are going to put tape on each of those. Now we're not going to miter. Waterfalls we don't miter because I think it's much cleaner looking. You'll see what I mean when we get done. I just find being the square a square edge, I find it cleaner. Whoop. And two more. Okay, so we're just going to fold and burnish these. We're not going to miter them. Up. And this one's not part of the waterfall, it's just going to hold it closed, so I'm going to miter these corners. All right, going to bring our album back in. Just going to plug in my, I'm just going to plug in my iPad here so that it doesn't die on me halfway through. Just as I'm finishing up. That would be terrible. Okay, so it goes here. So each one of them, we're going to, I started on the left. That doesn't mean you have to. You could start on the right if you want. I just started on the left, and I'm just going to keep doing that. So the first one we're going to put in, we're going to make sure that it's nice and straight, because this is the one that's going to tell us the rest of the time how straight we are. So it's a little bit smaller, just a tiny bit smaller than what my space is, and I want to be not right at the score line, maybe 1/8 of an inch away from the score line, like that. Just going to hold that. Okay, it's our first one. The next one is going to go butted up to the 1/2 inch, not on the 1/2 inch, but just up to it. Okay. So I'm going to take this tape off. I want it to be butted up, but not on it. And I want to make sure I'm straight, and I want to make sure I'm with this one. Okay, so I'm thinking this is probably good. Let's try. Yep, I think so. That's the hardest part about putting down waterfalls, is you got to make sure they're straight, or it does show. It does show after. Oh, I should have taken it all off. Oh well. Now again, you're going to butt it up to the other, not on it, but butt it up to it. No, 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 nope, 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 nope. Come on, get off. Get off, get off, get off. Ah. We're not going to see that anyways, but okay, I'm going to have to put a little glue on this piece here. There. That's what I get for taking the tape off all of it, eh? Okay, let's try that again. So there, and I think there. Yep. And this is going to get covered, so don't need to worry about it. This time I'm only going to take some of the tape, the paper off. There we go. Okay. Come on. Okay. So I'm going to put this only up to the other one, butt it up to it, but not on top, and somewhat straight here. I think that's good. Let's try it. Let's see if this is, yeah, we're pretty straight actually. Uh-oh, what did I do? Exactly what I told you not to do. I put it on top. Whoops, I put it on top, not butted up to it. Sheesh. But I'm going to show you the magic of album making. Undo. It's just going to take this off and it'll still be good. I don't have to worry about getting another piece. It's going to be good. I might just have to put more tape because it seems to have pulled off. So let's just put another band of tape. Usually the tape comes off with the undo and you don't even have to put new tape on, usually. Okay, so it's going to go under here. I always put a piece of paper on this so it won't show. You don't have to worry. I know it doesn't look great right now, but nobody's going to know because you're going to have put. Okay, let's look at this again. Here we go, underneath. So, you know, do as I say, not as I do. There we go. There we go, one more. I had to make a mistake just with that one last one, hey? One before last. But I usually flub up something when I do an album. Just happens. Okay, underneath, butt it up, nice and neat. There we go. Just take this piece off. And there is our okay. We're going to take our flap and we're going to put our flap here on this end on the book itself. Okay, not on the waterfall, on the book, on the album. And I'm going to take this down. I like to just eyeball center. Okay, that's a, let's see, where's center? That's pretty good. And now I'm just going to put it down. There. Now we need a magnet here to hold it down. And I have little guys here. One and another one. There we go. Now, where did it go? Oh, they're right here. Okay. I will take either a glue dot or just a little piece of suquang to put underneath so that we have something to hold it to. No, you guys stay apart. Of course you're going to stay there. Okay. I'm going to take this off and we're going to put it This one ends here. I'm going to put it about here. Whoops, in the center though. I don't like putting it too close to the edge because when you put your pattern paper down, then it doesn't lay flat. Okay, so this gives us, I'm going to put a piece of Suquang on there so that it stays put when I put my other one down. Another little piece of Suquang on top of that. Oh. Seem to have got it on my finger. There you go. Okay. And we're going to close the flap onto it. So it's nice and far away from the edge, so it'll pattern paper will sit nicely. When you go to put your pattern paper on, take the tape, or not the tape, but take the backing off. There, you're done. Okay, we have one more piece to do, and that is the accordion pages, the accordion flaps, and there are 4 of them. So, and they're all the same. Do the same thing for all of them. Okay, so they're 11 inches long. So on the 11, we're going to score it a half, at 4, at 7.5, a half, 4, and 7.5. We do the same thing for all of them. Oh, 7.5, not 7. I was getting eager there. We're just going to take that off. Won't show because again we're going to have paper on there, right? Okay, we need to put tape on the 1/2 inch pieces. Okay. And the last one. Oh, this is, yeah, that's the indented. Okay, we are now going to miter those corners a little bit. Just a smidge. Okay. I'm going to fold and burnish, and then I'm going to take this fold and I'm going to put it over and burnish, and I will take this fold and burnish. And we're going to do that with all of them. Okay, so burnish, put it over, burnish, put it over. And one more. Okay. Before we put those down, we need some ribbon. just going to, you have blue ribbon in yours. I don't have blue ribbon here at home. So let's use this pretty black ribbon. And I think I said, let's see, I think I said you needed 4 pieces of 12 inches, but I think 10 inches is going to be lots. I'll see. So one, I like this ribbon, it's very delicate. You will definitely have 12 inches in yours. And one more. Okay, so we're going to take our tape. Let's use and we're going to put it about halfway. Again, I am just eyeballing. I'm not measuring. Okay, we're going to take the paper off and I'm going to put our ribbon down. Okay, now we can put our flaps on. So pretty much exactly the same width. So you want to go right along the side. Do the same to the other side. There. And we close up. Now the black on here isn't going to look really that nice, but where's my, I like to use my tweezers as my third hand. So I just put it here to keep that closed for me. And then I can make my bow. Making bows is a challenge for me, so. See what I mean? Come on. Oh, it's come apart totally. You know what I mean when I say make a bow. I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, let's put our tape down here for our ribbon that I can't make a bow from. And take the paper off and we'll put our ribbon on. Where did my other piece go? On the floor. Okay, now we're going to take out the last 2 that are left. To put this down. A little bit smaller than our what we have, but that's okay. I put it closer to the bottom. Last one. And since I put the other one near the bottom, I'm going to put this one near the bottom. And we would tie this up. We would open those up. We would tie these guys up and we close it like this, right? It's giving me a challenge because I didn't tie them up. Now, how do they stay closed? Well, we're going to put, I'm not going to put the bag that's on, but I will show you where to put them. You're going to put one here on the inside of this flap. You're going to put one in the middle here on the top, okay, inside of that flap. Okay, now this flap is going to go down onto, let's see if I can do this. It's going to go down onto here, okay? So it's going to go there. And then these flaps are going to go onto these bigger ones. So we're going to need one here, and we're going to need one on the outside here, okay? So that it all closes up. So we are finished our Magic Disney album in a box. And so I hope you really enjoyed this. It's fun to make. It's pretty easy to make. And yeah, I think the bonus with this kit is that you get the whole package of Disney paper. Not maybe exactly like what I have, but a package that we had in the store. We had lots of them. I just snafu'd them and we put them into kits. So I hope you have a great time with this. Keep it, that it holds your memories. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye now.